There we are. That's all good. Is that us? Thank you very much. Robert Plant, I do love Robert Plant. And I think maybe Alison Krauss was there with him. Please read the letter that I sent you.
I'm
You know,
not familiar
there's
with
what,
that
50
one.
ways to leave your lover. That sort of stuff.
Oh,
You know, all that
yes,
sort of stuff.
yeah.
But it's please read the letter that I sent you.
Oh, he's the guy that was in the rock band.
And
then went
Sand or something was his great CD. With Alison.
Then he joined up with Alison.
Alison,
Krauss,
they did a
yes.
lovely thing.
I know the man you're talking about now, yes.
This is Loretta Phillips. I'm Rowan Hand. This is Destination Uri. Coming shortly, the wonderment. You may wish to talk to these people as well. The wonderment of Warren Point GAA.
Oh, yes, very interesting. I'm a GAA woman at heart. Also.
Are you really?
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
Born and bred with it. Ballymartin, the Lily Whites.
The Lily Whites in
Yeah.
Ballymartin, in the heart of the Mourns.
In the heart of the Mourns.
Yeah. Are you going to play me a tune? What have you got?
Well,
now we're going to talk photography, aren't we?
We're going to talk photography, but maybe sing a song first.
Yeah, that sounds good to me.
As you know,
It was a sad enough song you did for me yesterday.
Well, it was
I felt, it troubled me all evening because it was this notion of, you went back to the stone where you stood and the stone outside Dan Murphy's door. And it wasn't quite that.
No,
this is the stone I went to when I was in love.
Sipped water from the
cool mountain stream.
Yeah.
And it took me, I had to go to McParlin's and get a bucket. It was so terrible to listen to. It was all sad.
Were you sick?
It was so.
Or did you drink a bucket of something nice?
I don't mind to drink a bucket of something nice.
Because if you are
So
feeling,
you're going to do it.
If you are feeling sad, alcohol is not the answer.
No, it's
nor
not.
shopping, as my As my little niece told her mother the other day, she read off the internet. Mommy, the cure for depression is not shopping or alcohol. It's walk the dog, and. Walk the dog and have a bit of exercise.
You weren't.
My sister was very disappointed. Well, she wasn't shopping.
But you weren't in Warren Point last night for the fireworks display.
I didn't because I had a bit of an ear and throat. And
is that colony you were talking about?
Is that a colony of parasites?
But you got this healing session yesterday. No, don't go into the detail of it because
I had a bit of a virus in the throat,
and
I was actually quite sore, so I took an early night, as they say.
Well, it's very important to so do, I tell you.
But last year, funny, we went to that fireworks display, and instead of going to Warren Point to watch it, we went to Meath, and I have some great photographs. Maybe we'll be able to find them.
We'll see those shortly.
Maybe if we can find them on the computer, because I have them with me.
Let's go for the what song?
Do you want me to sing something a wee bit more upbeat and happier today? Because I don't want you to go for a bucket.
I do.
Was it a plastic bucket or was it a galvanized one?
I would only go for a galvanized bucket. It's the best kind of bucket.
Because it's unlikely to get a hole in it.
There's a hole in
that could go
bucket.
on quite some time.
Now, what are you going to sing for me?
I'm going to sing a song of an album I made a few years ago, as you interviewed me about it about a year and a half ago.
Remember
the album's called Another Voice, plug.
Wow.
The reason it was called Another Voice, that wasn't like I'm something special. There's 10 of us, and we all sing. And there's 6 girls, and we're all quite formidable ladies.
I noticed this thing.
If you can imagine. Funny, Ben Sands is the only man I know that has written a song with that word formidable in it. How he managed, he's a genius. But so we all sing. So when there's a family party, it's there's no shyness there. There's no, come on, sing a song. So I'm a voice among other voices. So that's why I called the album Another Voice. And I started writing songs, I suppose, about 15 or 20 years ago, in around the time that Blue Loch song that I sang yesterday. And of course, yes, that was about, feeling a bit blue and a split up of a relationship, but I still go back to the same place.
We all have blue locks in our lives, don't we?
But my next door neighbour at the time knew I was dabbling in songwriting, and she said to me, would you write a song for me? And I said, well, surely, and we're only married. So this is a love song.
A love song.
But it's an upbeat love song.
Okay.
And it's called Your Eyes.
Your eyes.
Because they are the windows.
Ladies and gentlemen.
The windows to the soul.
The windows to the soul. Your eyes.
Well, it's the way you walk, you really turn me on. And it's the way you laugh, You keep my feeling strong. And it's the way you laugh, you make my knees go weak. And it's the way you talk, you really keep me sweet. But it's your eyes, when you look at me. I know it's love, real love. I love you, baby. And when you hold my hand, I'm never feeling blue. And when you say my name, I know that you'll be true. And when you touch my cheek, I know the time has come. And when you kiss my lips, things just can't go wrong. But it's your eyes, when you look at me. I know it's love, real love. I love you, baby. Come on, some moves. Throw some moves. Walk and talk, turn me on. Smile and laugh, yeah, those feelings strong. Touch my cheek, oh, I know that you'll be true. Come on and kiss my lips, oh baby, I love you. But it's your eyes, when you look at me. I know it's love, real love. I love you, baby. So come on, hold me close. Make me feel that you're the one, yeah, the one for me. That lasting kiss tells me you stay the night. Stay with me until the rest of your life. But it's your eyes, when you look at me. I know it's love, real love. I love you, baby. But it's your eyes, when you look at me. I know it's love, real love. I love you, baby. Love, real love. I love you, baby.
And what did they think of the song? Did they like it?
They hated it.
Ah, they did not. That's nonsense.
No taste, no taste.
Right, let's talk photography now, woman dear. You took a notion to do photography. Oh, let you know, just coming shortly, little while, the people of Warren Point GAA Club and the GAA ethos of Warren Point, which is very substantial indeed, and we're delving into that in a little while, so bear with us. Now, you took a notion for photography.
I did.
What possessed you to do that? Was it the beauty of Mourne did that?
Well, a lot of things. I suppose as a teenager I had a camera and I thought I was quite good at taking photographs. I had no idea if I was or not. No idea. But it was quite nice wee camera. It was a film in those days.
Yes, of course. You would have bought the film in D.L. McArdle's in Newry, maybe.
No, I wouldn't. No, I wouldn't have went that far. I went to the chemist in Kilkeel, probably. You know, Warnock's or Campbell's or one of those places.
Okay.
Anyway, and over the year, even after my son was born, I was snap. I always thought I was quite good at taking a photograph, and then I lost the camera.
Oh, yeah.
And for years, to be honest, I couldn't afford to buy myself a decent camera. Couldn't afford to replace it. And by that time, digital had come into play, and I didn't know much about digital photography. So I bought a camera 3 years ago, and I went and enrolled in Newry
Institute. What sort of camera did you buy, by the way?
Well, I started off, funny enough, with a Sony 300.
Yeah.
And the first night I went to my course, the photographer was there and he was going round all the students and they all had their Canons and their Nikons and this, that and the other, and I had my Sony, and he said to me, "Does it play music as well?" And I thought he knew me as a musician and was going...
No, he was being funny.
He was being... I didn't realise... The penny didn't drop till I went home.
Yeah.
But it was a good wee camera, and...
Well, of course, he was such a stupid teacher. Well, he wouldn't have known that photographic excellence has everything to do with the eye and the personality of the photographer, and a minuscule little amount of importance attached to the instrument you're doing it with. I would have no time for that fellow.
It's the same as the guitar. You know, you can get a guitar £6,000 or a guitar £300, and if you can't play the £6,000 guitar, there's no point in having it. In fact, he was a very nice man, actually. But
well, he didn't start off nice. That would be my observation. And he ought to go and learn about things like... Sean, let's look at some of the photographs.
This was part of my first course. Now, this was the course. These were the photographs that I developed, and
this is in Carlingford.
In Carlingford.
Yeah. Now,
And
to what extent are the colours enhanced? Because it's almost like
Well, the colour-
a fairy tale.
the colours are enhanced because
And you did this deliberately.
I did it deliberately because there was a lot of people walking in that street at the time, and part of our course was
Photoshop.
photoshopping.
Yeah.
You had to learn the technique of photoshopping, and it was a very bright day the day I took those photographs, and it just wasn't working for me, and I had to find a way to enhance them.
Yeah.
And I did so by a tool on the Photoshop called Saturate.
Yeah.
But it did something beautiful to the photographs as well, and it gave them that pop art kind of.
What I'm getting at, it's three things coming immediately to me on this, and now I see the fourth one. It's like an excursion into Narnia.
Yeah.
I'm immediately been drawn by the compositional excellence of the journey through the picture.
Well, it's the depth of field that you're
Yeah.
getting. You're actually looking down the road and through the arch there.
Yeah, and had you kept your exposure?
I had kept it at a.
And speed very very high.
Well, you see the thing.
Speed low and exposure.
Your
exposure
f-stop.
tight. Your f-stop is tight.
Your f-stop is tight.
Yeah.
To give you.
So you've full focus the whole way down.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But I've been drawn. Look to the Stargate under the tunnel in
Yeah,
in the prison.
Yeah.
Like that's a gateway into another world.
Absolutely.
You're taking me
And
beyond
I
Narnia.
did saturate the colour in there because
Yeah.
I say.
But that's great.
And what I was purely by. I wanted to do my final piece on Carlingford because I had a poem on my album which was about Carlingford.
Carlingford,
So
yeah.
I wanted to do my final, and these were the photographs. If you want to move on, Sean,
Give us
there's,
the
there's
next
12
one.
of them all together.
Wow.
Now that's the wee church, you barely see it.
I know that church.
Yeah,
I
you
know that
barely
church.
see it.
That's the Heritage Centre.
Yeah.
The former Church of Ireland, Holy Trinity
Uh-huh.
Church. And you know, our mortality is enshrined in that because
Absolutely.
you have the gravestones leading out to the
That's
lens.
right.
And again, you've gone for the majesty of enhanced colouring there.
Yes, because again, it gives vibrance and life. I mean, you wouldn't, if I hadn't have saturated that and then highlighted around the little arch, you know, that could go unnoticed, you know.
Yeah.
So I wanted to, the beauty of Carlingford is the stonework.
Yeah.
And it does become dull in your, on your camera, it does become dull.
But what
and a
you-
lot of people
yeah.
would say that you're cheating when you're using these tools.
No,
but-
you're being creative.
well, the photographer who taught us said when he was using film,
Yeah.
they went into the darkroom and they added more chemicals to bring out colours. So
Yeah.
we're doing exactly the
Yeah,
same
it's-
thing,
it's-
only
it's-
on the computer.
But it wouldn't surprise me. How did you do that trick? That was good.
That was Sean.
Thank you, Sean. You're very good. But it wouldn't have surprised me if King John, who's associated with Carlingford, had come riding
Yeah.
round the corner into that shot.
Absolutely.
You know.
And I like this one here because you can just imagine dandling on around.
Well, I
past
hope you like
pages.
that one. I dislike that one.
You
It
just-
lacks magic, and it becomes angular, and Narnia is not here.
Well, for me
And-
it is from sitting at this side because you're just wanting to go on around the corner.
Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't
think
know.
that's the way
There's there's the reality of the morrow sitting there in the brightness. Where you had me was in the romance of the enhanced colours and the kind of warmth and the magic of it all.
Yeah.
The mid-ground there, it's far from. I know what you're doing, but it's far from. It's too real. It's too
Too real.
I rather like the impressionistic approach.
Yes,
Yeah.
yes.
Now, wow! Look at this.
That's just taken from a weird angle.
Yeah, what a pity you weren't able to Photoshop out the railing, the iron railing.
No, well, I didn't
No.
actually want to Photoshop out the iron railing
But
because.
it's modern, for God's sake.
Yes, it is modern, but
Why
you
are
have
you
to have
keeping that?
you have to have a certain, you know, you don't want it to become too false as
Ah,
well.
yeah.
You know, keep a certain amount of what's there in the picture.
Listen, what's in that picture? Now, hold on a wee minute, I tell you. That railing should never have been there in the castle in the first
No.
place. That's there because of some dunderhead
Safe-
in Louth County Council saying,
Well, it's
stick an iron fence up.
It's a safety. I think it's to keep from wee ones from falling down the.
Well, if parents are careless enough to have wee ones running around there, they shouldn't have wee
Parents
ones
should
at
keep
all.
their children at home. In fact,
And keep
not
them
allowed
locked
out.
up. This is with it. Now here we're back. This is lovely.
Yeah,
Do you see the moving statue there at the top?
I do not.
I do. Look at it.
It's Our Lady.
Oh, blessed one. Oh, we have come before you, blessed
This
one.
is called the Is it the Thossel?
The Toastal.
The
Toastal.
Is that the way you
The
pronounce
Toastal. Yeah.
Right, right.
Toastal. Yeah. That was actually the prison where they put people in.
Yeah.
It was a gate. It was a
I
gate
thought
through
that was the counting house.
No, no, that's not. No, the mint is around the corner.
Is all right. So this was the.
Yeah.
I didn't know how to pronounce it.
No.
The Toastal.
The Toastal is how they
I called
how
it
they
the
pronounce it.
Saucel.
The Saucel. No, that's what happened.
Thossel.
You do get Saucel a lot in Carlingford, I tell you.
The Thossel.
No, it's the Toastal. I don't know. Let's not dwell on that. But that's nice. I love it.
Yeah.
This is lovely here. This
Yeah.
this tessellated pattern of brick up
Yeah,
here.
yeah.
You are a prolific photographer, are you not?
Well, I wouldn't say I'm prolific. I take the odd photograph when the notion takes me.
You've
I
heard this
wouldn't be-
word before.
I think I've run across it once. Or
From
twice.
me.
From yours.
As a prolific. Oh, look at that. That's gorgeous.
Is that more to your taste?
Well, it
now?
is. It's nice. Yeah, it's good. It's again the romance of it. Like modern Carlingford is crap. You go into it and it's dirty and it's filthy. Maggie Murphy's dead. No one cleans the place in the way it should be cleaned anymore. The grass is overgrowing, and it's a citadel for mad hen parties.
And
All of
stags,
that and
yes.
stags. So anything that takes me back to the
Yeah.
romance of the way it was, I go for. You know.
Well, that's the theme I went for, and
You've done it well.
and
there.
I tried my best. Now I did do a trick here. Can you notice what I've taken out?
Well, yes, I do. I certainly noticed that
I kept the railing.
you kept the railing.
What did I take out?
It looks so very different. I don't know. I'm not very good at observing.
Anybody? There's no prizes now if you're getting this right.
It looks bigger than it should be.
Well, I tell you the truth. I took out the boathouse that was here.
Yeah, that's another work of art by Louth County Council. It
And
was
I
the
just
kind
couldn't
of,
look
no,
at it. Whereas I
no.
could look at the railing because
Ah,
there was
yeah.
a purpose, I couldn't look at the boathouse and that. And I took that from across at the yacht club.
Okay.
I took it from that angle.
Sean, next one, please. Oh,
And
you
that's
see
not-
some of the stuff on there. That's the stuff I'm talking about, the
Yeah.
rubbish. Yeah.
But I like this here because we had the
Yeah.
signpost, the Thossel. It's not the
Yeah.
Thossel. What do we call it?
the Toastal.
Toastal, the Mint, and Cashlin and the Castles and
Ah,
all that.
yeah, yeah.
You know, to give you an idea. And
So
then
you're still taking photographs?
I'm still taking photographs.
Well, how has your style changed from you doing these 3 years
Well,
ago?
this here, these were for exhibitions, so these were
Yeah.
exhibited in the tech, and that's why I went for the mad colours, and they stood out, and I got highly commended now for my work.
Yeah.
Again, that's another angle down that
Ah,
that
yeah.
road. No, I take photographs all the time.
Thank you for that, Sean. That's
I
great.
take
Thank
my
you.
camera. Well, I upgraded then.
What did you go to?
I bought
A record player?
And I bought one of those. What do you call them things you put in your ear?
Oh, yeah.
Walkman. No, I bought a Nikon.
Nikon, good girl.
D7000.
The Nikon is my camera. I love the Nikon.
And
or
it's-
Nikon, I don't know what it's
yes.
called. But it's a lovely camera, and war photographers throughout the world would use them because
Yeah.
they're very sturdy.
Yeah.
And Don McCullen lifted his camera once when he was being attacked in a war situation and used it to defend himself. It was great.
His is probably one of the D700s or the
Yeah,
full frame
huge
ones.
one, yeah.
My camera's a good camera. I would die if I lost it.
You would, of
And
course you would.
you know, it was a wee bit more upmarket, as I say, because
So what are you shooting now? What kind
Well,
of subjects?
I sat on Saturday for about 3 hours shooting butterflies. Because
Lovely.
I have lavender bushes in the garden.
Ah, sure,
and
they're all
they
over
were-
them.
Oh,
Yeah, close-ups of butterflies.
close-ups of butterflies.
Yeah,
And out of
fantastic.
about 300 shots, I have about 15 or 20 really fantastic
Yeah.
ones, you know. And
Okay.
flowers, I like to get into the inside,
Really,
and,
yeah.
you know. Those that sort of so where
I knew a friend in Dallas, in Texas, and his photography. He used to take a piece of apple, or he used to take a piece of any kind of fruit that had started to degrade and go off, and the mold would be growing, and he'd do macro photography in
That
on
would
the
be
mold,
fantastic.
and it looked like the surface of Mars, for God's
Yes,
sake,
yeah,
you know.
yeah.
Listen, thank you for coming in.
Thank you.
Well, we're going
Thank
to sit there to Sean plays a wee bit of music there,
I will
and that'll
indeed.
give us the opportunity to effect the transference from the beauty to the beasts. And these are the hurlers and people like that of St. Peter's in Warren
and
Point.
they don't
I
look
know.
too happy to be called beasts.
No, but they are. They have to be beasts when they're
Beasts
on the
of
field.
men.
Yeah.
Yes, the GAA.
Yeah, they're great. Thank you, Sean. What music have we got? Van Morrison. Yep. Okay, let's do it.